Today we'll explain some important non-farm areas of production activity for the rural population in India and organic farming. Let us first see the types of agricultural diversification. There are two types of agricultural diversification. Horizontal diversification. This relates to multiple cropping of mix of crops instead of cultivating a single crop. Horizontal diversification is especially used for small farmers who hold a small piece of land. This allows them to earn more by cropping intensity. And the second type of agriculture diversification is vertical diversification. It refers to the incorporation of industrialization along with multiple cropping. In this kind of diversification, farmers take a further step and invest in activities like horticulture, agroforestry, livestock rearing, culture of aromatic plants, etc. So there are two types of agricultural diversification. One is horizontal diversification and the other is vertical diversification. Now we'll discuss some important non-farm employment in rural areas in India. First, livestock. Livestock includes breeding, raising and nurturing the pastoral animals for food or raw materials like meat, milk, wool, skin, etc. that can be used for commercial purposes. It provides livelihood to over 70 million rural farmers. Livestock is also used by farmers as an instrument in a farm for transport and carrying agricultural inputs, and animals like cows are used in the field for conventional planting methods. Livestock farming in India is an important source of employment for the women. The principal problems related to livestock sector in India are low productivity owing to backward know-how and deficient veterinary care. Next is horticulture. It is another alternative source of employment in the rural areas. It refers to the cultivation of garden crops like fruits, flowers, vegetables, etc. India is a significant exporter of different fruits like bananas, mangoes, sugarcane, etc. across the globe. This sector employs almost 19% of country's total workforce. Fisheries. It involves catching, storing, selling, and distributing fishes, prawns, oysters, crabs, and other marine and freshwater fishes. The coastal states like Odisha, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala are the key regions to supply fishes across the country and also export to other countries. This sector contributes to 1.9% of Indian GDP. Since mostly women employed in this sector, the scope for women empowerment in this field is prominent. Dairy. In this industry, cattle like cows, goats, buffaloes, and sieve are reared for milk. The process comprises collecting, preserving, and distributing the milk and its byproducts like butter, raw milk, powder, ghee, etc. The massive increase in milk production has been mainly due to the successful implementation of Operation Flood. This project was launched in 1970 by National Dairy Development Board and was the world's biggest dairy development program. The process has been called the White Revolution. The process has been called the White Revolution. Emerging opportunities in IT sector. Information technology refers to how we use information, how we compute information, and how we communicate information to people. IT now plays an important role in the agricultural sector of the developed countries. With the passage of time, it is likely to become more and more important in agricultural sector as well. IT can help Indian agriculture sector in a variety of ways, as would be clear from the following points. Number one, by providing better and up to date information to the farmers, it can help in improving decision making. IT has paved the way to come up with the farming software which can keep better track of crops, predict yields, when to best plant, and what to plant, to intercrop or focus on one product or determine the current needs of the crops. There are several programs which are made possible by IT applications, and community involvement in agriculture can be increased also. IT makes the spread of information concerning the latest agricultural breakthroughs more possible. IT can enable government to predict areas of food insecurity and provide software tools to take appropriate remedial action in time. Moreover, IT spreads to the rural areas. More direct and indirect job opportunities will be created. So there are different objectives of IT sector. Next, we'll discuss the organic farming. Organic farming is a system of farming that relies upon the use of organic inputs for cultivation. Animal manures and compost are the basic organic inputs. It discusses the use of chemical inputs like chemical fertilizers, insecticides, and pesticides. Organic farming is a system of farming that restores, maintains, and enhances the ecological balance. It uses technologies that are eco friendly and essential for sustainable development. It protects the long term fertility of soils by maintaining organic matter levels, encourages biological activity, and focuses on careful mechanical intervention. So, while new methods of production which focus on increased use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides have helped in pushing up the agricultural production in recent decades. Their excessive use is now being viewed with concern. The reasons are that chemical fertilizers and pesticides enter the food supply, which has bad effects on health of people, penetrate the water bodies and poison them, harm the livestock, adversely affect the soil fertility, and devastate natural ecosystem. Therefore, nowadays many people have stressed the need of organic farming. The advantages or the benefits of organic farming. Number one is organic farming discards the use of non-renewable resources. Unlike conventional farming, organic farming does not use synthetic chemicals which are petroleum based, and these are non-renewable resources. So it discards the use of non-renewable resources. Number two, organic farming is environment friendly. Chemical fertilizers, on the one hand, pollute the groundwater by raising its nitrate content. Nitrates are health hazard and pollute the environment. Organic farming discards the use of chemical fertilizers, and therefore it is environment friendly. Sustains soil fertility. Use of animal manures and compost help sustain soil fertility. Chemical fertilizers erode soil fertility. Therefore, organic farming is conducive to sustainable development of agriculture, while conventional farming is not. Healthier and tastier food. Organic farming offers healthier and tastier food compared with conventional farming. Recent studies have found that organically grown food is more nutritious than the food from chemical farming. Existing trends indicate that demand for organic food is trending up even when high price is a constraining factor. But there is a demand for organic food. Inexpensive technology. Organic farming offers an inexpensive technology to small and marginal farmers who constitute the bulk of farming population in India. Conventional technology is to be adopted as a package including HYB seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, besides good irrigation facilities. Small and marginal farmers in India, they are very poor, they cannot use this package, and therefore organic farming will be suitable for them. Labor intensive. In organic farming, most of the agricultural work is done by labor, not by machine. So it can solve the problem of unemployment in agriculture sector. It will intake more labor in organic production. Now, what are the challenges in organic farming? Organic farming requires considerably more land than conventional farming for an equivalent amount of harvest. In overpopulated countries like India, where demand for food is likely to continue to increase considerably in the future as well, there is no option but to remain dependent on conventional farming. High production cost. Since in organic farming, the labors are used in place of the machineries, so per unit cost of organic food is more than the conventional farming. Low level of production. Yields from organic farming are less than the yields from modern agricultural farming in initial years. This is likely to discourage small and marginal farmers from adopting organic farming. Shorter life. Organic produce may have more blemishes and a shorter shelf life than spread produce. They cannot be stored for a long period of time. As in the conventional farming, we use pesticide, insecticides, and other chemicals that allow us to store for longer period. They have the longer life, but in case of organic food have the shorter life. Limited choice in production of off-season crops. Choice in production of off-season crops in the case of organic farming is quite limited. Inadequate infrastructure. In India, inadequate infrastructure and the problems of marketing of organic produce are major concerns. However, despite the challenges and concerns, there is a need to promote organic farming given its positive impact on health of people and concerns of sustainable economic development and environmental protection. Efforts in this direction are already being undertaken. In fact, in 2016, Sikkim achieved the goal of converting to 100% organic farming. Some other states like Kerala, Mizoram, Goa, Rajasthan have also declared their intentions to shift to fully organic cultivation. So, therefore, for sustainable development and environment friendly, organic farming must be given preference over conventional farming or modern farming. Thank you.